Welcome back to the channel, guys. All right, so we are moving on with our fuel system build. In the last video, we got the intake manifold off. We pulled it off with the harness, the fuel rails, the injectors, the hard inlet. Just pulled it all off in one big chunk. Honestly, it was not that bad. I was petrified of how hard it was going to be, but took me about 4 or 5 hours my first time. Go watch that video if you haven't watched it. Definitely great video. Well, I think it's a great video. I don't know if I can really comment on the quality of my own videos. That's kind of weird. But anyway, so today we are going to tear down the intake manifold, and we are going to start putting our TGV deletes, our injectors. Maybe we'll get to fuel lines as well in this video. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm excited. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is take off these fucking weird ass injector shield things. Need more room. Oh shit. Fortunately, this was our oil pressure relocation mount, so figure something else out there. Let's go ahead and I think we're gonna go ahead and take the harness off because I think I'm gonna try and tuck it to some extent when we put it back together. So, will I regret that? Probably. Put these in a fucking bag and label them. So I guess we'll start with this side. Fucking pouring fucking fuel everywhere. God, I struggle with fucking plugs, bro. Why? Really? We're gonna get stuck on the last fucking notch? Okay, undo our TGV. 12 here. Is on the bottom. How much gas is left in here? Fuck, bro. Holy shit. Let's not let the gas go into the power outlet. So be prepared for there to be a shit ton of gas left in there. And it's just the gift that keeps on giving. Squeezy boy. Injectors on this side. And another fucking reusable zip tie. Oh, and the ground. And I think I shouldn't be using this to break bolts loose. But, oh well. Okay, at least that one wasn't nearly as embarrassing. And we've got ourselves a wiring harness. Let's get rid of the second 10, so 110 on the fuel lines. I never put back on from the Killer Bee. Wow, those are fucking loose. That's fucking annoying. I wasn't really able to get on there very straight, but we good. Ah, there's a 10 on the top. gotta fit somehow. Boy, come on. No idea what I did there, but whatever. So the oil buildup on my TGVs really is not bad. This is at 30,000 miles. All right, so I think that concludes the tearing down portion of this. We're not using the stock TGVs, rails, or injectors anymore. So this can go into the stock parts pile that is getting a little too big now. So, ooh, goodies, new goodies. Pigtails. ID1300s, TGV deletes, and I looked at these so long ago. I hope we have everything we need. I did make a trip to Flatirons yesterday to pick up phenolic spacers and new gaskets. Hopefully that was all I needed. And maybe we didn't even need them, because it looks like it's O-ringed. No idea what to do there. Okay, well, we can set up our rails. So, injectors, TGV deletes, fuel pressure dampener, rails. It looks so good, guys. Let's fucking go. Let's go ahead and look at the installation instruction. It looks like we should go ahead and hook up the vacuum line for these dampeners. And the reason for that is this FPDR can go up to 70 PSI without a dampener, or without a vacuum reference. If we're gonna run 43.5 base pressure, and pressure rises 1-to-1 with boost. If we run 30 pounds of boost, we're over 70. So, kind of sucks. I think that might need Teflon. Fucking double check the instructions. All right, so it says to use a wicking thread sealant. So, I'm gonna go ahead and use Loctite Blue. Figure out our vacuum line later. I just have assembly grease from dirt bike stuff. That's what I'm going to use on the O-rings. Fuck it. Not crazy tight here, just snug. Alright, so these spacers with the fuel pressure dampener are pretty fucking tight fit. 3 go in, but this last one does not want to play ball. And I hate to do it, but sides to push the O-ring down while I push up with my middle finger on the back. Now, I think it is time to put the injectors in, but let's do a quick sanity check here. Oh, it looks good. That looks so good, guys. I don't think there's anything left to do but to do it. All right, well, I think I'm gonna put them in the port first. All right, guys, we are back. Day 2 for me. Yeah, let's keep going here. Let's get one of these guys assembled. So we'll take a little bit of grease up this O-ring, and let's go ahead and put this puppy on. Kind of wiggle it. Yep, feels good. And let's go ahead and tighten it down. Kind of want to do them even. All right, and I think that is all she wrote. Make sure our injector's not sticking out the top here. It's not. So, should be good. All right, let's do the other one. Oh, how exciting. Nice and straight, wiggle, we go. Okay, looks good. So I'm just going, hand tight. When you talk about hand tight, something that I think a lot of people don't think about is the amount of leverage that you have on what you're putting hand tight. If you've got a big ass wrench and you're way out here, you've got a ton of leverage on that hand tight, and it may be more than you think it is. So hand tight with the T-wrench is all you need for something like this. Now, let's go ahead and put in our fittings on the end here. We need to get into our box of Summit goodies. 3. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but if it wasn't apparent, we are going to build this fuel system from scratch. When I built my Eclipse a long time ago, I thought building the fuel system was possibly the most fun thing. So I'm really looking forward to doing this. I did not buy any brackets or anything. Okay, same thing as with all the other O-rings. Move these up. Don't have to go crazy tight with this. It is aluminum on aluminum, and it's O-ring sealed. Wipe all the excess grease off, and that is a good looking, ready to go fuel, rail, and TGV delete. It's almost impossible to do this without marring these fittings up. So the first time I worked with AN fittings, I really tried to not mar them up, and I had AN wrenches, and which I may actually still have over there, but I don't think it's worth it. Like, they're gonna get marred up over time, so it is what it is. Do your best, but don't be crazy. All right, so before we move on with the fuel system, take care of at least one thing up here in the engine bay. So you can easily see the Evil Energy shitty hose that I used to do my PCV white connector delete. I'm not a huge fan of that at all. You can even see that that's not really tight on there for shit. So I bought, I'm gonna have to double check which one is the right one, because one of these works and the other doesn't. I think those are on, showing up on camera, part numbers. Anyway, so I think it's 11 to 14. They came with a formed hose that will fit right there, maybe, if I remember the way this goes. I think that's right. It'll fit right there and look way better and fit way better than the Evil Energy. So we're gonna swap that out real quick. All right, you can easily see now how kinked and how bent that is from the Killer Bee install. Yeah, that fits real nice. Yeah, way happier with that. So I'll show you guys what the other one looks like. So I'm not sure what changed, but that is what the other one looks like, and it's probably would go something like that, and then the connector would be there in the center. So not sure there's anything we can do there. At least this one doesn't look as bad. So let's go ahead, since we're already working in the engine bay, let's take out the stock fuel lines, pressure regulator, all that garbage. All right, so there's a little clip back here. We'll use our company 23 tool. Rip gloves number 1. All right, I guess let's put our quick disconnect fittings on there. That'll be kind of fun. All right, guys, so it appears I made a mistake and did not get all of the correct size for these hard lines. So I have 1 5/16 and then 3 3/8. 2 of those are for the ethanol content sensor. For whatever reason, I guess I thought these were mismatched. I don't know. So I did order, unfortunately, not a Vibrant, but an Evil Energy adapter that will be here tomorrow morning. We'll keep on keeping on. Maybe we'll, I doubt there's a place to go pick one up in person today. And for the adapter, I think Evil Energy will probably be fine. So we can still build our fuel system. Kind of sucks, but let's move on. So put a bit of grease, assembly lube on this guy. Yep, push right up, good to go. Jump ahead real quick. Since we're here, we'll add our 3/8 to our ethanol content sensor. Okay, that'll be good to go. Should try and clean up that mating surface some. Use my Tusk gasket scraper for this. Definitely want to take your time here. And you basically just want to scrape it until it feels smooth on your finger. You can still see some marks from the gasket in there, but you can't feel it like you can on that junk. Almost done. All right, now let's vacuum it out. If there was any little debris that made its way down in there, vacuum should have got it. They're nice and smooth, so we're good to move on. Back to where we were. These do have the alignment pins, so they can only go on one way. We'll put the spacer on. And the other gasket. this looks like. Okay. Just trying to see if the stock bolts are going to be long enough with the spacer there. I mean, it seems like it'll be fine. It's got a lot of grab on it. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, so we're gonna leave these just hand tight for now, in case we need to take them back off. Well, I think we can start planning our fuel lines and all that good stuff. I'm gonna put the AC compressor back in its home temporarily so I know where it is. Actually going to be RIP. That's where the AC compressor is going to be. So where am I going to put the fuel pressure regulator? So this was in my stock parts pile. No idea what this was for, but I think we can repurpose it into our fuel pressure regulator bracket. And then maybe, well, I don't know what we're going to do for the ethanol sensor yet. Alright, so I'm not convinced that I'm going to love this, but we're going to go ahead and at least start putting something together. And see how it turns out. If we like where we end up, we might clean that up a little bit better. We'll go back and trim this up again later, but get us in the ballpark where we can see how it's gonna fit. I hate it so far. I think we're gonna keep going. My best to mark first hole. Start with 1/8. Well, that's a rough start. Not quite as strong as I thought it was going to be. Gonna keep it on. Use the original bracket to help me mark the second hole. Man, kind of sucks, but let's see if it fits real quick. Not mad. Show you guys real quick. This is where we're at so far. Now I have to figure out how to to mount the regulator on there. And it's relatively sturdy, like. It should be sturdy enough. This is roughly what will look like. So yeah, I'm not mad with that. So I'm considering drilling out the rivets and then doing that, bolting the two together, and then put our top two holes. So I don't know yet. I'm considering it. All right, I didn't like where we were going with the last setup, so we're switching gears, and we're going to try and just make a single piece out of this piece of steel that I have. It's not the prettiest thing so far, but hopefully it's strong. All right, one more. I'm not in love with it by any means, but we'll see. Okay, so it fits okay. I think I'm gonna put a Z-bend in it to move it away from the firewall some. At least that's the plan. We all have to start somewhere. Show you guys what it looks like in the car. Might have to, the worst part is that it's white. This is what we look like in the car. Looks like, I thought my bends were on, but my bends still need a little bit of work. Is it the most beautiful thing in the world? No, but I think it looks pretty good. You know, it's relatively strong. I think it's stable enough for what we've got going on. I'll probably do something better at some point, but for now, we've got ourselves our first piece of fabrication we've done in a long time, and honestly, like, feels good. You know, I could have bought the IAG bracket for 20 bucks or whatever, and I would have been done hours ago, but it's really satisfying if you've never made your own bracket or done any level of fabrication on your own. I recommend you give it a try. It is really quite fun. I don't know if I got this on video or not, but I did, of course, make a cardboard template first, and then transferred that to the metal, cut it out with the Dremel, drilled my holes, and yeah, finally, we can move on. So, try and clean up this fucking mess a little bit now. Hey guys, Future James here. Editor James? I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video here. It's already, you know, 30-minute video. That's about as long as it gets. I think it kind of makes sense to stop here. So overall, I'm happy with how things went that day. The bracket, I'm not in love with the fuel pressure regulator bracket. I 100% am going to build something else in the future. But I've been driving the car now for a week or two with that bracket. Everything's been fine. So not a terribly big deal. Setting up the TGVs and the injectors and stuff, that's always fun. That's just putting a bunch of brand new parts together. So anyway, if you learned anything in this video, if you were entertained, hit the like button. If you have any questions or have any comments, make sure to drop a comment. I read every single comment. I try to respond to every single one. I really appreciate everyone that continues to stick around and help build our community. I really am eternally grateful for you guys. So next video is going to be running all the fuel lines, putting the intake manifold back on. That'll probably be enough for a video. And then the video after that will probably be setting up injector scaling and getting the car to run. And then hopefully flex fuel. I still haven't hooked up to flex fuel in the car yet. I'm still kind of poking around with the tune. But anyway, that's all in the future. So once again, if you like this video, if you learned anything, if you had fun, if you just like me and you like the car, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. If you want to continue watching this car get built, I will drop a little teaser. We bought a new turbo. We are going to push the stock turbo on E85 to its limits before we put the new turbo on. But we have a new turbo. We have Grim Speed unequal length headers. So we're like right around the corner from our 400, 450, 500 horsepower goals, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you want to watch it happen. That's it. I appreciate you guys. See you in the next one. Peace.